Hello, everyone. Welcome to Game Slice 2021. If you are just joining us, which you shouldn't because we've been going for a little bit now, we are here with Victor Burgos of Burgos Games, the very same, and we are taking a look at their project, Neko Ghost Jump. Victor, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I am doing absolutely awesome. I'm so excited to talk to you about this game because I've been watching it for a while. I guess for those who don't know or haven't been paying attention, why don't we start off with what is Neko Ghost Jump?
Sure. So, Neko Ghost Jump is a 2D, 3D puzzle platformer. The main, I guess, there's a couple game hooks, but the big main mechanic is the ability to switch between 2D and 3D camera perspectives at any time, and use that ability to, well, for various reasons, but primarily so that you can get past obstacles during the levels, right? So you can traverse through some of the obstacles in the game, some puzzles also. The other one is that some enemies are affected depending on which perspective you're in. Some have like weak points in 2D, some in 3D. So it's easier to kill some things in 3D or 2D.
Awesome.
Same thing with bosses too. Yeah.
How big is the team you have working on this?
So the team size is currently 9 of us. Yeah, we started off small. It was, originally a game jam, and so there was only 3 original team members, and now we're up to 9.
Wow, the healthy growth. You love to see it. Where are you mainly based? If their team's kind of scattered all over. Where are you based?
Yeah, so I live in Florida. So I mean, so Burgos Games is now technically headquarters in Panhandle, Florida, Northwest. Yeah.
And you mentioned the project started as a game jam. It's clearly grown quite a lot. So what did that journey look like?
Yeah. So it's been a little crazy ride, but that game jam was back in May 2019. It happened 5 days. It was a 5-day game jam, and from there, I kind of thought that I thought that I was gonna be able to like squeeze this game out in about a year, release it, just continue growing, releasing more games and stuff like that. Yeah, but so that didn't happen. So, it's 2021 already, 2.5 years later. So after about a week, after the jam ended, basically I just asked everybody, hey, who wants to stay, whatever. And sadly, not everyone stayed back. But eventually, I just kept growing the team. I thought I saw some potential with this game. I thought it was cute, it was fun, it's simple enough where I knew I could manage the production by myself. And I mean, now it's gotten a little bit out of hand. We've grown a little bit more than what the original scope was of the game. But we had a Kickstarter last year. It was like June, July, August of 2020, which that was successful. And then we had an Epic Mega Grant earlier this year also. So that provided some additional funding, which is always grateful. And then we've been to a whole bunch of different events over the past couple of years also, both physically and obviously digitally as well.
Awesome. Wow. Congratulations on the Kickstarter and congratulations on the grant as well.
Thank
That
you.
is really awesome. You love to see it. So one of the things that's always struck me about this game is how much, there's so much to it despite it being so simple. There's the 2D, 3D elements. You're a cat and you can customize all of that. And there seems to be the ghost element to it. Would you mind explaining that a little bit?
Right, so that's our second hook, I guess, for the game is going to be the ability to switch between your physical form and your ghost form at any time. Currently, the ghost form is the only way to actually do any kind of really meaningful combat against the enemies. It's a spectral swordfish, basically. The only way to get that swordfish is to get with the ghost mode. And so yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. You can same thing with the 2D and 3D aspect. You can switch between your physical form and ghost form at any time, and so you kind of can use it for many reasons other than combat. Also, sometimes there's some intentionally oddly placed coins, and so what you can do is you use your ghost form as like bait, not bait, but like I won't say suicide either because that's kind of sad. But you could like throw the ghost form, add a coin, and then go back to your physical form and not take like a single point of damage. So there's like a little bit of strategic elements to what you can do other than just combat with the ghost form. But yeah.
With the movement speed of the main character, we have a question from Quickfoot36. Are you looking to capture the speedrunning audience, or did you have any considerations for that in your design?
Yes, so speedrunner audience has been there since day one. Really, honestly, we've well, I don't know about day one, but let's say day at least 20, somewhere around there. It's pretty early on. We had a timer there, and then we also had the leaderboards. We've already had planned out doing leaderboards. So right now the leaderboards are based on how fast you can complete the levels, and so yeah, the speedrunners. I've reached out to a few speedrunning communities. It's hit or miss. It's still one of those things where the game's art aesthetics are kind of not for everyone. So it is what it is.
Mhm.
But yeah, definitely speedrunning is definitely an integral part of the gameplay. Final release will have a much more in your face play style selection. We're actually working on that this week. Basically, when you first enter the game, you'll be able to basically preset all the settings or do custom settings, whatever you want. But one of the top one is speed running. The second one is like if you're an action junkie, and the third one is more casual mode, and then the fourth one is the custom. You can customize your settings however you want. But there's reason behind that, because a lot of the like assist and accessibility settings that we have implemented in the game, some of them are better for different depending on your play style. So yeah.
And how did a lot of these, because you have the 2D, 3D, you have the ghost and spectral form, so you have a lot of switching of perspectives. Was all of this sort of in there by day one and you didn't want to get rid of it because that was the original vision, or was there sort of you had something dangerous happen for game developers, which is you had a bunch of ideas and then you decided to keep going with them? How did all of this sort of come together into the design you currently have?
In regards to just like the 2D, 3D, and the ghost form part,
Yeah.
that's been there since the Game Jam version.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah. The Game Jam. Honestly, there's the roots of the game, the bones, haven't really changed that much from the Game Jam version. Combat used to be arena based, and other than that, it's really. I mean, now it's more free flowing, and you have combat and whenever you want. But yeah, it hasn't really changed that much. The basics of the game, the roots, the bones are there. There's nothing's really changed there. Scope wise, when I said that earlier, that the scope's changed. I mean, it's just gotten a lot bigger. I mean, we've got bosses in every biome now. We've got mini bosses in the last biome, other than the final boss. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's just gotten added, just more for content wise. I mean, we're working on a brand new biome right now. I'm not sure if it's gonna be ready for launch or not, but yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that we want to get in there, and obviously polish. Right, we want to make sure that the game's polished as heck.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What has been the most difficult part of this development?
You mean other than finishing the freaking game?
Yes, of course.
Other than finishing the game, marketing. Marketing's been tough.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's brutal. Like, I mean, so first off, I'm the only full-time developer on the team, right? Everyone else is working about 10 hours average a week. And so I'm working, like, to be honest, I'm working at least 10 hours just marketing every day, maybe a little less than that. I don't, and by the end of that, I'm like really tired. I don't get to do as much production, actual, full production in the game anymore. I do as much as I can, but mostly it's more about team management for me, and also marketing and PR. It's been brutal. I feel like I spent a lot of time and money on marketing this game, and I've just barely scratched the surface. I mean, I'm not very content of where I'm at currently. I kind of wish I was double where I'm at. in terms of like wish list. The only metric I can really like, the only metric I can really gauge right now is obviously going to be wish list, right, on Steam. And so right now, I mean, we're doing better than a lot of other developers that I know, but I'm not content where I'm at.
So you hear me right now, audience. You go wishlist this game right now and help Victor out. So in that question of marketing, we have this question from Bonehead Games. Who is the key demographic for the games? Who are you kind of trying to target?
So this has been interesting. It's been interesting to try to dial down the demographic because originally, I'm online. Originally, I thought we were going to just be hitting young girls and maybe 20s women, basically women in their early teens, or not early teens, late teens and early 20s, or whatever. That just like cute things. Very surprisingly, it's all over the place. We've got players and from like 6 all the way up to like grandparents. When we went to physical events, we saw just a wide range of people just like play. They sat down and played. They thought it was interesting. They thought it was fun. They were cute. We're talking about grown men. We got I'm talking about. We got a whole bunch of different genders and age groups that are just thoroughly enjoying it and having fun. And again, the way that we have the game set up, you kind of have like, you can play the game in different play styles. So, and I think that's one of our
strong suits.
It could be a pro and con, right? Like because we have I won't say a general demographic, but it's not so tightly like funneled in, dialed in that especially like when I do advertisements, it kind of sucks. I try to do specific marketing every few weeks to different target audiences because it's really all over the place right now.
Do you have any plans for consoles?
Yes. So I expect our biggest revenue to come from Nintendo Switch. I'm not. I mean, yes. So we're gonna hit the PlayStation 4 or 5, and then obviously the Xbox One and Series. Excuse me, and then Nintendo Switch. We're also going to launch on the I'll say release on the Atari VCS and the II arcade system. There's a good hit up mobile also. We already have it working on Android, so I don't see why we wouldn't.
Wow.
But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Wow, you guys have been working goddamn hard if you're gonna be putting this to all those consoles. With the work that you and your team have been putting into this project, let's say we have an indie developer who's watching this right now, and maybe they have a couple projects under their belt. Maybe they're just starting their first large or small project. What advice would you give to an indie developer who's starting their journey into their commercial game? Yeah,
I'd say to just do it. Like I see a lot of people waiting. They're waiting for the right time, or they're waiting to gain knowledge, or they're waiting for something good to happen in their life. They're waiting for money or some BS excuse. I mean, stop with the excuses and just do it. I mean, like just go for it. If you have no experience under your belt, game jams, or even if you have a little bit, it doesn't even matter actually. Any kind of freaking experience levels, do your game jams. That allows you to not just complete games in a certain amount of time, but also you make a lot of great connections over the years. Like only one. So I only have one teammate that actually I had met previously and worked with through a game jam, and then he ended up being my art lead. So like what I'm saying. So there's game jams. I always hop on game jams because I love them. I mean that's how basically I started my career.
Mm-hmm.
After I graduated from Savannah College of Art Design with a game dev degree, but then really before graduation I was already doing game jams. I was already freelancing for other companies, and I went full time freelance after graduation. And basically I just built up my portfolio, but the majority of that portfolio was game jams.
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone was like, "Ooh, wow, you have a lot of experience." I'm like, yeah, but they don't care. It's even if it's like a 2 day jam project or whatever. All they care about is that experience, right? And if you have experience, that it gets you far.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I 100% agree. It's very important to just make the things you need to make to get the stuff done, right? Um, do you have any lessons within your development that you wish you'd learned sooner?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Sooner. It's a good one.
we got time.
I'd say that's a good one. I mean, I would say that
Market early.
market. I marketed since like day. I mean, I was marketing pretty hard, pretty early on.
Good.
I don't. I think that. I mean, yes, marketing. Oh, I don't know. So marketing, yes. I wish I would have learned all the stuff that I know now in terms of marketing. I wish I had knew that before. I might have changed a few things. I might have.
Would you be able to name some of the stuff you've learned about marketing through your just raw experience in doing it?
Yeah. So I think one of the biggest things, actually, I discussed this earlier. I was discussing this earlier on a different Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you're launching your Steam page, yeah, you want. There's three critical things that you should have, other than great copy text on the page itself. But you want a great capsule art. You want a great trailer, and you also want great screenshots. Right? Those are like the minimum three. I mean, I'd say four because you definitely still need good text, good summary text, and also the text that goes in the description for the game. But so I guess that's like five things. I don't know. There's like five, but there's a lot of stuff. Anyways,
Let them
so
untangle it.
but a lot I see a lot of, but the biggest thing is, well, first off, I see a lot of devs just having poop. Not even I won't say poop, but they throw up a Steam page. They barely have any text on there. Their capsule art looks like
Not
2-year-old could have done it,
all right.
and like they had no trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and they might have like one or two screenshots, but they don't even best represent their game. So what was the whole point of launching that Steam page, right? Like, were you just hoping that you were just gonna get a whole bunch of wish lists and out of like nothing? No. Take your time. Take your time. Do it right the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have great success, because the Steam algorithms, they hate us. They hate us. So why are you letting the algos like win, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I would suggest is get that community wherever you need to, Discord, newsletters, social media, wherever, outside of Steam first,
Mm-hmm.
as big as possible, and wait as long as you can, as possible before you drop that Steam page. Get that get as great polished game as you can visually. Talk to people about copy for the game, the ad, copy word ad or word copy, sorry, and then start thinking about that trailer. Get a whole bunch of feedback before you even think about doing that scene page. There's a little thing going on now that a lot of people are trying to do, like within 6 months of expected launch. Um, uh, I'm not going to say that's a very risky thing, but anywhere between 6 months to a year probably is pretty good. Um,
Give it as long
but
as
if you,
possible.
but not too long,
Mm-hmm.
because if you don't think you're going to get you if you don't so when you launch your store page, you really want to get relevant wish list that people are going to remember you
Mm-hmm.
when it drops, right? Because you don't want those wish lists to quote unquote decay over time, right? Especially like old wish lists. Like a gamer their way of playing might have changed in like 2 or 3 years or 4 or 5 years. It just depends, right? So why? I mean, just no. Get the most relevant and current gamers that want to play your game. Those wish lists. That's what you're gonna want.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much. That is a lot of insightful information on not just how you've handled marketing, but sort of how you've worked through your Steam page and how you have chosen to do it. It looks like we are getting close to our time for this segment, but before we go, where can the public go? We got a couple of minutes left, so I'm actually going to ask this one more question. Any thoughts on co-op or Joy-Con optimization for the Switch as far as this project goes? Co-op.
No. Co-op. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Joy-Con. Yes.
Joy-Con. Yes. Joy-Con. Yes. Co-op. No. There we go. Very easy. Very quick answer. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, so where can the public go to find your info on this game?
Yeah, so I mean, it's simple. Man, you can do https what is it, // whatever it is, burgosgames.com or nekoghostjump.com. You can also go Steam. We're on there. You can just type in Neko and then space and then G. You have to do that space though. Steam doesn't like my game yet.
If you're watching this right now, we do have their social media, Twitter, for both the game account and the company account on our Twitter right now, so you can go check that out and hopefully find everything you need to find from that. Thank you so much, Victor, for your time. I've been waiting for this conversation for a while now, and I'm very much happy to get this opportunity with you.
Likewise, I appreciate the time and opportunity.
All right. Is there anything you want to end off on for anyone watching the stream right now?
Nope. Other than if you're a developer, keep going. You're going to release that game and you're going to make some money, hopefully. If you're a gamer, keep playing indie games. Keep making, keep buying our games.
That's right. All right. So up next at 5 p.m. EDT, we have a presentation from Freehold Games about managing online communities. This will be followed by a Q&A afterwards, so stay tuned to GameSlice, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes, 8 minutes, give or take. Thank you guys, and thank you, Victor. We'll move on from here. Thank you.